Hey. So that always takes a while for me to get it again. Where the live. Oh no, I'm hearing myself. How do I do that? So how do I do this? I think like this then. No? You can't hear me now? I always have to get used to these live streams. Okay, good. Okay, good. I also have a fan going. I'm just gonna turn that a little bit lower so that hey Jen. Oh, nice to see you. Okay, Doortje, cool. Of Doreen, toch? So fun to see you here. Every time starting a live, it's like, okay, I know the drill now, but I just cannot find the live button on my screen. And every time it's like, why isn't it going, automatically? I set the time for 7. So, anyway, nice to see you. So, I just came home in a bit of a hurry from a work. I wouldn't say meeting, just like an end. We had a drink together, all the teachers together, saying goodbye to each other for the season, and it has been such a typical Dutch day. Lots of sunshine and warm, and then the next moment, wind, rain, cold. So don't really know how to feel, and it's takes a lot of energy. Resting up, that's good. Yeah, how is everyone? I'm good, but I'm feeling a little bit I don't know, nervous. Not because of the live chat necessarily, but just during the day because of this weird weather changes, and body just cannot get used to it, and I cannot sleep. I haven't slept well in at least 4 nights, and that's not a lot for some people, but I've had rough patches with sleep, but now everything was good, but just because of the whole warm weather and not knowing how to deal with it, it's just I wake up several times at night in stress, thinking I forgot to do something, or I'm talking to someone on Zoom or whatever, and I'm thinking, oh no, I fell asleep, and they are actually watching me sleep. So all of these weird, crazy mind fucks. It's been like that in London today too. Okay, yeah, I feel that most of England and Holland share a similar weather situation. Glad you're resting, Kelly. Yeah, it's really good. It's really nice to have the time, at one end to be able to calm and ground a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly do that for myself right now, because I came here in a rush, and I was thinking doesn't even work at the beginning, so I always start my live chats going and usually I'm not like that. I'm usually like super calm, know what to say, or at least how to feel. And now, oof. But I'm happy to see people. Yay! It makes my day. And let me tell you, I just wanted to do a live chat. This is the first live chat that I don't really have a topic in mind. I just wanted to talk to people who I've seen on TarotTube, who know what I mean when I say minor arcana, when I say court cards, when I say shadow work, there are little to no people in my surroundings that I can do that with. So Strawberry Veganista, that is a great name. Hi, I just discovered your channel recently and I'm enjoying your content. That's so nice to hear. You are very welcome, Strawberry Veganista. I'd love some warm weather right now. Yes, because Jen, where are you again? I forget. Is it cold at where you are? And La Medusa Tarot, hello, is saying it's going to be 105 degrees Fahrenheit in Las Vegas. Is that a lot? I only know Celsius, but I've been to Las Vegas, and it's what I know about it. I mean, granted, we were in the Hard Rock Hotel, right? The old one, which was great. Was for what festival was that again? It was so crazy. 3 days of madness, but the kind of madness that I like, because I really love any type of rock music, really. Oh, what's the name again of that? Can't believe I don't know it now. It's gonna come back to me tonight. But yeah, okay, 40 degrees Celsius. Wow. Because I remember being there with my boyfriend, and we figured, this whole inside with the cold air all the time, the air conditioning, it's kind of feeling, we felt kind of locked in, trapped inside. And so we decided to go out on a walk, a little stroll around around the neighborhood. Well, I think we only took 10 minutes, maybe between 5 and 10 minutes, walking around the Hard Rock Hotel and straight back in, because the sun was burning us immediately. We had our jackets, glad we had them with us, because we used them as as a use of shade. And halfway through the other side of the hotel, of the road, or cafe, what is it? We bought some sunscreen. So I mean, we didn't last 5 minutes in that crazy sun. So yay, winging it. I know, Kelly Bear, it's crazy, but I have stories, as you hear. So is it like that everywhere, La Medusa Tarot? I don't know your first name. Is it like that everywhere in Las Vegas? Because that was my experience of Vegas. And wow, it was, I don't know if you say that in English, but in Dutch we say that was a proper culture shock. Not just the weather, but also the people and the whole culture there, and the whole, whoa. I don't know that in we don't have stuff like that happening in Holland. Damn, what's the festival? I don't remember the name. I'm gonna have to Google it, because that's gonna bug me. It's been too hot in the UK this week. I wish I could send you some of it. Australia. Oh, I should go there someday. Yeah. I've grown up in Holland. I've been here my whole life, but I don't deal well with the cold. I feel much better in summer, feel much more comfortable, feel much more open. That doesn't take away the fact that I can just, keep whining about the weather no matter what it is. But it is a little bit uncomfortable, this hot. Too much for me. I don't need anything over 25 Celsius in the UK. It's humid heat and it's horrible. Yes, exactly. That's the kind of warm weather that we have over here as well. It's always still humid. It's always still a little bit sticky, You can handle Vegas heat quite well. Are you sure, Kelly Bear? Because I couldn't. My gosh, that was humid city, yes. But in Amsterdam, for instance, in Holland, everywhere there's a lot of water anyway. But in Amsterdam, there are the canals, right? And they do keep the city quite cool. And we're close to large bodies of water anyway, so there is that cooler breeze, that cooler air, and also it's not like, for instance, well, I must say New York is getting more green, is getting more trees, is getting more green rooftops. So that all counts to keep the city a little bit cooler. But still, it's the concrete city. And, I remember there in the summer, it was also really warm. Whereas here it gets warm and then that humidity, yes, that's true. But still, it has that breeze. Hi, Michelle. Okay, your name is Michelle. Nice to meet you. No one goes outside in summer in Vegas. Yeah. And I just don't know though how you do that, because summer is I mean, yes, it's hot, yes, it's uncomfortable, yes, I don't sleep. But that is the time where I go out and do things and just go out and read a book at the park, during the day. And there's just more things to do, more people. Yeah. Whereas in wintertime, it's really, I go in hibernation mode most of the time. And when we go out, when there's fun stuff to do, I'm just like, you hardly even see any daylight at all because it gets dark so quickly. I don't know what the festival is. I'm gonna check it out because it's on the tip of my tongue, guys. Oh, okay, I know. It's called Psycho Las Vegas. Psycho Las Vegas. And I was there, and it's pretty. Whew, it's wild, but it's fun. I should go back at least one time. People guessing the festival. Oh, hey, James. Oh, it's so fun to see you guys. Yay. Not at the height of summer, but late spring I can. Oh, you got married in Vegas? Oh, that's so fun. People saying hi, all very friendly. I love that. Yeah, with 50 people in the chat, you can also talk to each other, and I'll get to your question or to your comment. I must say, I love it. I love when a chat is full, because the conversation keeps going and touches on different points and people talking to each other as well. But it is very busy, and sometimes, things get lost in the chat really easily. But what else are you saying? Vegas summer sucks because it's too hot to take my dog to the park. Yeah, I mean, here, with only 26 degrees. Wait, no. It felt like 31 degrees. One of those last week, it was 31 degrees Celsius. It was already too hot for my dog to walk her in the afternoon. So I wait until the evening when it's cooler, but that takes so long now because it's still warm at 10 p.m. But I mean, that I must say, I do kind of like that, because I don't know, I just feel that there's more to do and I want to do more. I want to go outside. And I know this is not the right time in our lives with the whole COVID thing to be saying that or to talk about that at all. Sorry about that. But over here in Holland, people do go out and, keep distance, safe distance. And outside now, how do you say that? They're saying that there's very little chance or little to no chance to to get infected, and also feel that less people have the virus. I don't know. Sorry if any of that, doesn't correspond to the, what's it called? To the information that you got in your countries, but at least in Holland, they're not really clear about any of that. But so far, it's going well. I saw my friends, and always outside, So I do kind of feel like I have a regular-ish summer thanks to that. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. But I know it's not the same for everyone. Absolutely not. But I'm not at a risk group necessarily. So, and I do keep distance of people who are. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't walk dogs in the heat because they don't. It's very dangerous. Someone has a pool. Hold on. Oh, Michelle has a pool. That's fun. Half pug. Oh, half pug, half chihuahua. That's so cute. Twins. Wow. Kelly Bear and Michelle have the same doggy. Not really, but James also has a dog. I still haven't seen him, her on video. Come on, James. Where's your dog? We want to see your puppy. Summer in the Northeast US can be a little humid and oppressive, but I can't take the cold, so I don't mind the heat too much. I slip some ice cubes in my dog's water bowl. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel the same, actually, James. Started off by saying, too hot. But actually, I would take too hot over too cold any day. Wow. Her name is Chablis. Is that how you say it? Named after the female impersonator in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly, Kelly Bear. James should show his dog on camera. Not a fan of the cold at all. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so James's dog is a boy. If I can get him to cooperate. Oh, come on. I'm sure there are people here who read the tarot for their dog. I don't, but I have done the occasional. So, what are you thinking about this subject? And then I pull a card and then I interpret it. But everyone who has a pet does that, and reads tarot does that. So, I'm okay with admitting that. I feel the cold in my bones. Apparently, redheads are genetic weirdos and can feel temperatures up to. Whoa, okay. That's interesting. I don't have a personal pool. I wish, but the condos have a pool. Cool. Chablis. All right, cool. I've read for Dr. Nami for practice, says Kelly Bear. Yeah. Oh, and Dr. Nami, she's so cute. And the name also is so cute. Yeah, I mean, why not? I when I do practice readings, I just think that there's someone sitting in front of me and I'm actually reading to that person out loud. That helped me a lot. And in the beginning, it was horrible because it felt so weird. But it's that's why I keep saying there's a big difference between learning to read the tarot for yourself and then reading the tarot for others. Because of that whole process, at least for me, it's a big Big step. Understanding my own thoughts and then transforming them into words and saying them out loud, and also so that the other person gets them. That doesn't go exactly natural for me. So all of that practice, like reading for your dog out loud, reading for your stuffed animal out loud, reading to a picture out loud, reading to what's an actor I like? What was that old bad man actor? What's his name again? Read to him out loud. And then you'll get the practice that you need. Wow, okay, so you have a lot of things in common. Oh, okay. Michelle says, I read for my cat. I should do a reading for my dog. Yeah. And maybe a relationship reading between the two. And maybe find their significator card or something. I don't work with significator cards, but that idea just popped into my head. James says, I read cards for my dog. I read cards for my dog right before his surgery. Okay. Did he have surgery not long ago? Recently? Jen says, I may not be a redhead, but I'm totally a weirdo. Definitely feel the cold in my bones too, not to mention the bones that go into agony mode with the cold. Yeah, the worst about cold. Cannot believe we're still talking about weather though, but the worst thing with the cold is the wind, the cold wind that just is like your body doesn't exist anymore. I'm a redhead too, and I did read that somewhere about us being more sensitive to changes in temperature. Why is that? Because you have less melanin or something? I don't know. Why is that? I just lost the chat. Oh yeah. Oh no, painkillers. That's so interesting. Kelly Bear and Strawberry Veganista. Do you know why? Because it's been proven, but what's the reason? Maybe you already said it and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I read a couple of times for my hamster. Oh, that is so cute. Yes, is your doggy okay, James? Taz, like Tasmanian devil. A full recovery. That's great. My doggy, named Heart, had an operation yesterday, but with a very little. Wait, I don't have the right vocabulary in English for that. Wait, for a small operation, small surgery operation thingy, they just give her small doses of, that she goes to sleep, anesthetics, and then an hour later they're done and she's fully awake again. So she's at the vet in her little cage thingy, barking like crazy. And so I know that now. They call me, hey, you can come pick her up. And I actually hear in the background of the assistant calling me to get her to come get Heart. I actually hear Heart barking in the background. So, but everything went well. She had her. It was a blackened molar removed in the back. And also she had a little I don't know, little bump on her leg that they removed. So we're getting that checked. But she's looking good. She's sleeping on the couch next to me. I actually did a reading before I got Chablis to see if she was the right dog to get. I would say that's a reading for you, but I get it. It's the relationship, right? Sorry, just like nitpicking, but because the whole reading for your animal is kind of cute, but yeah, there's something there in the energies, but it's not like the work that we can do, right? It's just sweet and kind, and it's maybe to make you think on how to act on in certain situations, try different things out, like looking at things in different perspectives. But to see if she was the right dog to get, I can't remember it all, but I know I got the 10 of Pentacles, and that's beautiful, isn't it? That's like, it's still like a family card to me. 10 of Pentacles. I just went and had a peek at your video. Oh my god, your dog is adorable. Yes, Michelle, I'm gonna check out your channel. I found a spread for pets, and one of the questions was, does my pet know I love him or her? Oh. Everyone's gonna try to get their pets in the video. Hey, I'm all for it. Let's make a new group. Tarot and pets. Pets and tarot. We should get like a good name. You know, like for instance, tea and tarot. Both start with a T, and so that's cool. Or like the Soft Thursdays. Something like that. So cards and creeps. That would be us. No, wait. Any suggestions? And it feels like it's slicing off your face. Yes, with the cold. He had to, okay, James is saying he had to have his ACL repaired not long ago. He got a little too excited and injured himself. Oh no. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what an ACL is, but doesn't sound like fun. Sorry. I read cards for my wife. All right. It's just our weird genetics. Okay. How does that affect your pain meds? Yeah, exactly. Because Kelly Bear, that must give another complication. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to try to catch up. I love that you're all talking this much. Yay. Just hanging out, right? It's just in our genes. Our sensory receptors are more sensitive. Apparently, we are also more inclined to be sensitive to light, sound, and scent. Kelly Bear, are you an empath? Yeah, I mean, I think my dog is okay. I mean, she's fine now, and she wants to do everything. She's not allowed to swim though, and with the scar that they took out this and the scars like that, so still quite. But she got stitches, and I think no swimming definitely, but also no playing around yet because she runs like 100%. She gives it all. She's a pit bull kind, and she jumps, and like it's rough when she plays, and she doesn't know how to play half strength. So we're waiting a little bit, and yeah, I mean, now she has a lot of energy. She's back to normal, but I just hope that the test results come back, and there's it's nothing to worry about. Oh. Strawberry Veganista says creatures and cards. Oh, cards and critters. I always thought critters were creepy crawlies. What is critters? This is gonna turn into English class. Uh, and I wish I had a British accent, but just cannot. I mean, I can fake it, but it's easier to just pretend to have an American accent. Ugh. And that kind of sucks, though. I have more friends from America, though, so maybe that's why. When we talk, it's kind of like you pick up the way they say things. Cards and companions. I lost it again. Oh. Anna, you may need a mod. Yeah, I think so too, but I have no idea how to do that. So, sorry, trolls are in here. Unless if someone is, actually hurting people or, attacking people. Sorry, Kelly and Jen. Yeah, it's some bullshit every now and again, but okay, fun with cards. I'm gonna check it out, I guess. Critters can be any creatures. Fun. I think I actually thought you were American when I first heard you. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's just, I don't even know how to say it. It's just easier, but I don't particularly love it. I cannot, some words I cannot say without sounding drunk. Particularly. And I only had one gin tonic today, so. You just click on the name and it will say make mod. Okay. No, this is just live on YouTube because I don't know how to do anything yet. So, who wants to be a mod? Oh, Kelly Bear says same. And my first language is English. Particularly. Are you saying it right now, Kelly Bear? Particularly. I'll do it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Let me see if that works. I think it worked. So yeah, Doreen is still here. I think Doreen and I are the only Dutch people in the chat today. Or in this live. Isn't it fun how we know that? It's like I knew you tried to say it. Yay, it worked. Oh, ha ha ha. So who are you? How do we call that again? Hammer or something? Who was the troll? Was it that wasn't the worst troll I've had? I think this is my third or fourth live chat, and yeah, and it's just sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's like, oh, really? Whack troll. Yeah. I'm drinking the womankind puka tea. Puka tea. Right in the middle of lockdown, I I was still going to the grocery store, but I was so done with drinking the same kinds of tea all the time, and so I thought I'm going to splurge and buy shit ton of tea, and I found a place where they have all these, nice herbal teas, and I think there was a discount or something, and I just got 20 euros worth of tea. So I have a lot to choose from. Yes, this one amazing. Usually I go for, it already sounds a little bit meh, but chocolate tea. I love chocolate tea or anything minty, which is something that I didn't like before, but I love now. And but this one has this vanilla cranberry or something like that. A weird combination, but it's delicious. It's the best. And of course, I cannot just drink it out of a mug like normal people. It has to be a bucket. No, what's this called again? Like a beer pool? I don't know. Any tea with roses. Yeah, I should just try it because I've tried lavender tea and roses is definitely very different. But I have that thing in my mind where it's like flowers or that tea that tastes like licorice. Mm. Really have to be in the mood though. They're Yeah, uninventive. Absolutely. It's always the sex stuff. But that does not happen in live chats with guys, or does it? Cuz I've never seen that happen. That's why I'm saying it. Maybe that was sexism me, but I don't know. I just always feel that depends what you're doing, what you're talking about. Yeah, doesn't depend on that. Depends on who is in the screen, right? Earl Grey tea, yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite. I grew up hearing bergamot, which is in the Earl Grey tea, is disgusting because my mom and my grandmother both had a horrible experience with bergamot. They drank tea in the morning and then they were sick that day, both of them. So I don't know if it was the tea or if it was just the day how that happened. I don't know, but my whole life I heard Earl Grey tea is disgusting. You have to drink the Darjeeling or you have to drink the English breakfast. So that's all I ever knew for, regular black teas. And then when I mean, honestly, I think I only discovered Earl Grey tea 2 years ago or something like that. And that's my favorite. That's what I drink all the time. That's my black tea. Yes. And I only started drinking tea, honestly, because I can't drink coffee anymore. And I love the smell of coffee. I still love the taste of coffee. I used to drink black coffee every morning. But then all of a sudden, my body started working against that, rejecting that. I cannot drink coffee anymore. It makes me nauseous. So now, even a little bit, I tried it and nope, immediately nauseous, which is a shame. But now I have all these teas. The whole world of tea opened up to me. The world of tarot and the world of tea, and man, do they go together. Yes, strawberry. That's exactly the teas that I was talking about. Those are, yeah, those are the best. No, old school pub. Yeah, I don't even know how I got this. This is probably from an old roommate, but I didn't steal it because I was the last one living in that house with all the roommates. They all left because the house was gonna. I mean, that's a detail for Amsterdam. But then I got this place, and then yeah, took all of that stuff with me. Just the cool stuff. I got the fan that's going now, and I got this mug. What else? Hmm. Actually, I think the rest is mine. Everything in my house is secondhand, except for these shelves and the table, this little table, coffee table. Yeah. So it always takes a little bit of time for me to remember those things. Where are we? Yeah, the English breakfast. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very basic tea, and it's a good one when prepared, well. I feel that that tea tastes better when it's actual loose leaves, but and you can, mix then with other teas, but like mild teas. But I feel that a lifetime of drinking only English breakfast is so boring. But definitely sticking to the black teas. I prefer black tea still over all of the herbal teas. They, those are just, welcome. How do you say that? Changes? People giving each other advice on what tea to buy. Love it. I tried turmeric tea once. Oh, I love that. It was probably by Higher Living. No? Oh yeah, I know Jen. Jen said, "Oh, I'd die if I couldn't have my coffee." I absolutely know what you mean, and it kind of broke my heart in a very less dramatic way still, but kind of broke my heart where I actually reached the point where I was like, "Okay, so am I going to remain uh am I still going to be a coffee drinker because that's a part of, someone's identity apparently, or am I going to finally stop and listen to my body?" So I stopped being stubborn. Nidun, Nidun. Sorry, that was my dog almost licking her wound. I am watching you, doggy. Here. Yeah, she's very sweet. Where was I? Yeah, so I just figured, okay, this is enough. Enough is enough. Cannot keep this up. So it was kind of like, I have to part with that whole ritual of making that lovely smelling coffee every morning. But luckily, I was able to do it because I felt better drinking tea and I still kind of had the ritual. So it was kind of like very similar to quitting smoking, which is the worst habit. Um, oh, my doggy just is doing this. Isn't that cute? Yay! Ah. Usually when she does that, I go and scratch her eyes for her, but she's okay. Hello. Hello. Yeah. But quitting smoking is harder, what I was trying to say. I don't know if there are any ex-smokers in here. I consider myself to be an ex-smoker, although last time I went out, I did have a few. Not proud of that. But they did taste delicious. Sorry. Okay, sorry. But there isn't any equivalent or replacement, I'm trying to say. Like a bad habit, but then the replacement is just like nothing, fucking nothing. It's harder to deal with. Licorice mint. Coffee gives me anxiety. Yeah, it does give heart palpitation, and it actually is really bad for you. At least for most people, I believe. It's for me. I also sometimes feel my stomach a little bit uncomfortable. Don't talk about stomach stuff. I didn't mean that. I just meant that it kind of felt irritated. Hello. Oh no, Jen. Did you just break it? No. Can you fix it? Is it fixable? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Jen. Maybe it's making way for a new favorite mug. People saying hello. Kelly Bear, you're an ex-smoker? No way. Yes, it. I smoke weed. Good for you. There's a lot of that in Amsterdam. Yeah, mug shopping is always fun. To me, it's especially fun in a secondhand store. You know, of course, wash them a little bit better, but that's where you get the one mug that looks like that. So it's extra special. But that's the thing about thrift stores. That's the thing about thrifting. Whenever you see an item that you love, that you want, you feel like, ooh, that's mine, that's special. But then you look over and see the exact same one twice. That makes it less special, and then maybe you don't want it as much. There's a weird psychology there, but I I've been there. You used to smoke like a damn chimney, Kelly Bear. I never smoked a lot. I never smoked indoors. I hardly ever smoked on my own. Well, that's not true. Whenever I went outside, waiting for the train, nothing to do, with a coffee, with a beer. Yeah, but mostly with friends who smoke while we're having a drink, any type of drink. That is, yeah, still a weakness. But it's not a habit anymore. My God, James, yes, you're right. Finding decks in secondhand shops is the best. It is. But did that ever even happen to me? Yeah, I found some decks, but they were the yellow bucks, Rider Waite, and those big cards, child something cards that I don't know if they're still if they are regularly available. Um, but I didn't didn't like the look of them. Apart from that, wait. No, I think it's just the dream. The dream that Simon from the Hermit's Cave and I share, probably together with many of you. The dream where you walk into a secondhand shop, a thrift shop, and you walk over, and on the shelf, underneath, I don't know, cloth of some sort, you find the very first Pam A or something like that. Oh, that's the dream. But that will probably never happen. And then you walk out having, paid only $10 or something like that. I would give a little bit more, I think. But wouldn't that be just amazing? Yeah, James, which one did you find decks in secondhand shops? Because I don't remember. I think I did. I mean, I'm saying yes, I did, but I don't remember buying. I think I only found some, Rider Waite's clones, beginner decks, really poor quality. Nothing that I thought was really cool. Oh, missing cards. Don't get me started. Whenever I buy a secondhand deck online, I ask how many cards are there in the deck. And I almost bought once a tarot deck that didn't have the moon card. So I said, no thanks. It's missing a card and it's my favorite card. So, but yeah, always need to check the deck first. Yes, unless they are still shrink wrapped. And then, yay! Exactly. Kelly Bear, a friend of mine found a South Greenie in the local secondhand. And it was cheap. Am I allowed to ask how cheap? Kelly Bear, excuse me. Are you talking about South Greenie that you want? I found my South Greenie unused because it was still shrink wrapped, but on a secondhand selling site for the appropriate amount of money, apparently. I found the out of print Witch's Tarot. Oh yeah, that one is sweet. And separate guidebook in perfect condition, $15. It was wild, cool. And is it the older version? Because isn't it? Are you talking about the 007 deck or another Witch's Tarot? Because I thought that was spelled differently. Lucky them, yes. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? To go. I mean, okay, equivalent of the Pam A dream is is the first cloth. The muddy one with the light blue borders. I mean, or like a really really old Marseille tarot deck, but a tarot deck that is actually Marseille, not playing cards that look like a tarot deck, because there's plenty of those, but an actual tarot deck, right? I'm getting excited about things that won't happen, but I'd be happy to just find a vintage Aquarian tarot or something in the thrift shop. I think that does happen. £5 cheap. Well, damn. That is cheap. I mean, I get it. Selling a tarot deck, it's small. It's cards. They will at some point break or be unusable. It's crazy that something like this, something as small as this, can go for hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of dollars or euros or whatever. You'd think that because it's small, I don't know, it's like this. I get people who don't, look up what decks are sold for online. I get that you find this and you don't know what it's worth and you just sell it for $10. I get that. So It does happen. Somebody didn't know what they had. Exactly. Yeah. But I also kind of get it, right? 3 pounds. Wow, even better. That's fucking crazy. I thought greedy for 3 pounds. Man, although back in the day where I wasn't around yet. Hey baby. Hello. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Geef me een kusje. Oh. We're really dark. I don't know, but back in the day, wasn't around yet or wasn't into tarot yet, but apparently the greenie was, of course, the greenie was a mistake. I think everyone here knows that, but people hated it. People didn't love it, and only later when it started to become, I think that's the order it went in. Either some people loved the green hue, like I do, or they found out that it was a collector's item because that's how it goes. Whenever there's a printing mistake, whenever there's a spelling mistake, even on records, it goes for higher prices. Whoa, Jen, it's 4 a.m. Yeah, of course, Australia. Okay. It's been great. I think I'm too late in saying goodbye to you, but thank you so much anyway for being here. I'd love to have you here. I loved having you here. Yeah, doggo. I mean, what the fuck? I was losing my mind when she showed me. She didn't even know it was a rare version. Oh, yes, I can, Kelly Bear. But honestly, okay, yes, I get it. I remember you commenting that on a video where I showed my greenie, and you agreed, yes, it does warms the whole deck up. And I agree, it's gorgeous. It's not the exact esoteric color that it's supposed to be, but I mean, you get it. You get into the green filter, and so the colors do still feel right, if that makes any sense. But don't you hate Thoth though? And it's fine. It took me a whole while to fall in love with Thoth. Or maybe you would like a greenie. And I love also, oh shit, yeah, that's the whole thing where we are opposites, I guess, because you really like the smaller decks because they're easier to shuffle, and I really like the larger decks because you get to look at the artwork better. But so a Thoth Greenie would be the large size, but for the Thoth, I think that's a good thing because the smaller cards are really small. A happy mistake. What are your thoughts on charging for reading or making a business on tarot reading? Well, I have a business. I get what you mean because, for instance, I really like Jodorowsky, and he doesn't officially charge for his readings. Just say that, but I think it's fine because, first of all, it's about finding the right people for you. So having that, what's it called? That step that people have to make to pay a little bit of money to get this message. It kind of weeds out the people who won't take it seriously anyway. It does, filter through that that crowd, or how do you say that, to the people who are at least a little bit interested in what you have to say. And I mean, I am self-taught, but that doesn't mean I didn't spend any money getting to where I am, right? That's kind of equivalent of going to school, going to college, pay money to become what you will be, and then you make that money back, if you will. So here's the same. I have books, I have courses, I have decks, I have lots of time and energy and research. And so I think it's good. It's just about an energy exchange and about, finding the right people for you, people who take you seriously, or at least are a little bit curious as to what tarot is. So I think that's fine. But it's very personal. If you personally feel that is bullshit, what I just said, or that you would be much happier and much more comfortable not charging anything for your readings, then by all means, just do that. Because tarot is so beautiful, and I can definitely imagine just doing that for free. Which is actually why I love being booked for events, because then I have this set amount, uh, for the whole evening, and then people just come by, and I don't have to worry about payment at all with them. I have small hands. Oh yeah, I have large hands for a woman. Pretty big hands. I heard that when you make a fist, that's the size of your heart. Don't know if that's true, but maybe that's an old myth. Oh yeah, exactly, Michelle. If I ever get called to Thoth, I think I will go for a greenie. I think it's pretty. Same. I mean, is that true? No, my second Thoth deck was a greenie, but that's when the love started growing. I think it's fair game talking about charging for readings. It's an art skill that takes time to learn. You're never done learning. It's providing a service. People should be paid for their work. Yeah. Yasid says, definitely, it is time that must be paid. Small hands with rheumatoid arthritis. So many decks hurt. Yeah. Do you still like and use the Secret Dakini? I definitely do. But, I was going to maybe do a video about it, talking about Oracle and Tarot and how I am Team Tarot, if you will. The Oracle decks that I have, I'd say I have about 2.5. What was I going to say? They're not the typical Oracle. Is that allowed to say? What I mean by that is, well, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but I have the Secret Dakini Oracle, which I treat as a tarot deck without court cards, plus 3 time cards, past, present, future. And then I have the Morgan's Tarot, which is actually an Oracle deck, and then soul cards, and then maybe something else. Oh yeah, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. That spark hasn't really happened yet, but yes, my point was I do still use the Secret Dakini Oracle for myself, and I especially like using it in patchwork when I use different decks, and I do it more intuitively. But it kind of, I love tarot so much. I love that system so much. I feel that it is true when people say it's complete. It's the whole thing. That the Secret Dakini, I don't know. Maybe I would use it more if there were court cards, and then I could take away the time cards, if you know what I mean. I love it, but yeah, that is that little. It's not a regular tarot deck. which is its charm. But I mean, the images are way out there anyway, and they still blow my mind. Um, but yeah, I think you know what I mean. It's the system that, which is why I don't use it all the time. Yeah, exactly. That must be so annoying, Kelly Bear and Michelle, because you're saying the pain in my hands is plus being small is tricky shuffling, and I do like to rifle shuffle or riffle shuffle, however you say that. Yeah, exactly, because I think it was you, Kelly Bear, who said that, and it's true. Overhand shuffling is all nice and stuff, but it doesn't mix the cards as well as a good riffle shuffle. I riffle anyway, but God, it hurts with some decks. You have to be careful. You have to take care of yourself, girls, women, people. And it's raining. Thanks for your thoughts on this. Yeah, no problem. That was a really good question. James Feeney. I feel the same. When I think about doing tarot as all throughout college, it feels okay. It feels like I also was earning a degree in tarot as well. Yeah, man, it's true. Absolutely. And I how do I say that? Sometime after I did my very first tarot reading for a client, sometime after that, I felt like I had graduated and was now in the field, if you will. But I especially love that approach, which I think we all share here. There's no end. We all love to learn and study, and we're nerds, right? I say that lovingly. Say that about myself. I am a tarot study nerd. And the work is never done. Just the same as one of my latest videos, which I filmed way before, but then posted not long ago. I was talking about why I do pick a card readings. Let's not talk about that. Just watch the video if you haven't seen it. But I explain also what a tarot reading for me provides. And it is the start of the work. It's not a conclusion. It's not an ending. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of something new. The beginning of you taking control. Hopefully, right? The beginning of you watching from a different perspective, coming from a different angle. So it's the beginning, and same with just the entire tarot practice, whether you read for others or not. Just because I read for others doesn't mean I feel I think I know it all. Doesn't mean I feel I'm done now. I'm done learning. No way. It's still the beginning. Every time I feel all right. So, every time I'm done learning something specific, I feel okay. So this is where the beginning is. This is where the start is. It doesn't mean I ignore all of that, but it just means that every point where I realize I've kind of checked off something that I was really super interested in and got to learn it on my own, which is how I like to do things, I kind of feel, okay, so now I can use that, and it's the beginning, it's the start. Team Tarot. That's a t-shirt. It's a tattoo. Oh, absolutely, James. Trimming the thoth, the large one, down to a standard size because the borders are so huge, keeps the artwork but makes it easier to shuffle. That's true. Because actually, the thoth is shorter than a regular standard size tarot deck if you trim the big borders off. Of course, it's a pretty weird oracle, but I love the weirdness. Absolutely. Me too. Yeah. But you know what I mean? I don't reach for it for tarot reading. I don't reach for it as naturally, but I love it, and I'm really happy that I found that one. You know, honestly, the snob that I am, I wouldn't mind having the vintage version. But on the other hand, I'm actually quite glad that I got the newer version because I got to write on the cards. I wrote down, I believe, the elements like this. And then I also wrote down Roman numeral, which number it's supposed to be, and then the suit, as I have little symbols. So then I don't have to check the book every time, and I know which tarot card correspondence it has, and that's how I kind of like make the puzzle fit. You know, it's not all intuitive. It's also with the knowledge of the tarot, which is that's actually when I got to really work with the deck well. I only have about 3 oracle decks and I never know what to do with them. Maybe I'm uncreative. Well, I have the same issue. Maybe I should look into that. But maybe it's okay. I mean, it is. I do feel it's very different. Tarot is this ancient thing, is this you cannot stop learning kind of thing. And Oracle also has that, but there's no system usually. That's a big difference. I'm not great with Oracle either. Yeah, okay. So I know I'm not the only one. It's just, you know, on YouTube, we kind of like blend them together. Oh, I love cards. I love Tarot and Oracle. I love working with them. And I, to this day, have not used any Oracle deck or not even one Oracle card, I believe, in a reading for a client. I just do that for myself and then it's nice. But I feel the tarot is complete. I feel the tarot, that's really how it feels. It's not coming from a judgmental place or anything. It's just that, yeah, when giving a message, when giving a reading, or even for myself some days, the Oracle decks, I feel they add or they give a message without the structure that I'm used to. But the structure is so important. So the structure really does, however you read, if you read freely or, you know, there's still that kind of collective understanding of what it would mean, I guess. And so, yeah, I am much more tarot than Oracle. Someone says, thank you for the... Someone says, oh yeah, I'm not great with Oracle either. I find a lot of Oracle decks lacking. Absolutely, I agree. It's not just about pretty pictures, people. I prefer oracles that have their own system. And then there's also those oracle decks. There's a dog barking. Do something about it. Okay, they're passing by. I forgot my train of thought. Oracle decks lacking. Yeah, and then you said, I prefer oracles that have their own system. Yes, does give structure. You know, it's crazy. I almost tried to give a structure to soul cards, but I caught myself in time because that would be the exact opposite that you're supposed to do with those cards, because that is all about intuition, and there's a beauty in that as well. Don't break that, you know, don't fuck with that. That should not have a system. That's what I believe in, at least now. Otherwise, it's like, here's an image of a fairy giving a unicorn a bath with the word majestic underneath. Like, what the fuck am I meant to do with that? Absolutely. Yes. I just feel I just need some structure, or I just kind of flail like Kermit the Frog in that GIF. Mhm. Hello, hello, hello. It is rainy day. Yes, it is rainy day. Terror is like life. You, mm, you give first strikes, Kelly. You're sweet. Oh yeah, exactly. I'm not here for that, honey. Tarot is like life. You never stop learning, and if you think you're done, you are going to stagnate. Yeah, yeah. And it's hard to explain to some people. Because I already talked about this in another live, I believe. Um, there was a lady who came in for a reading, short reading in the shop. Um, and she was all happy with her reading and all that stuff. And then she said, so something along the lines of, so uh, how long have you been doing this, or something like that? And then we came to a point where I said, well, never done learning, still learning. And then she kind of backed up like, what? That's not the answer that she wanted to hear. But I just didn't know how to explain it to her well. I mean, I think she got it, but um, I didn't know how to explain it to her. Like, well, we're talking about this inner reflection search. We all keep changing all the time and trying to make sense of stuff and understand others, and this whole spiritual journey and anything. And how can you ever be done learning? Not only regarding that, though, there's the universe is infinite. Our brains cannot comprehend what that means. So done learning, that does not exist. Not in my world. Yeah, exactly. I always laugh to myself when people say they learned tarot. Like, oh, are you done? Because I promise you there's way more to learn. Exactly. Even if you stick to tarot and astrology and you don't look at anything else, for instance, tree of life, or anything else, or colors, or you know what I mean, or numerology, even just the tarot, the meaning of the cards, and then astrology, you add them together. Even if you only focus on those things, you're never done learning, never done learning. But we agree on that, so I'm gonna stop myself. Oh, sweet summer child, you must be a star seed. Yeah, and those types of oracle decks, I don't like them. First of all, because of the artwork. Kelly Bear explained it very well. Giving a unicorn a bath, majestic or whatever, would be the word, and fairy and flowers and butterflies. If you like that, no problem. But I don't. I don't love it. And then so there's one. It doesn't inspire me. Then there's how do I say that? I just don't feel like I would learn a lot. I do definitely prefer to, for instance, get to see this, have this, and even I would even prefer to have this very abstract image and not have a clue as to what it means, but then finding out and then reflecting that. How do you say that? Learning from that, learning what it means, and learning how it relates to me or how it relates to the situation. I much rather prefer that approach. That's some harsh criticism, but yeah. I've made some videos at this point, so I guess you all know what you got yourselves into. And I really am trying to be positive. It's just, I'm a Libra, and I always feel that in order to say this, I also have to address that. Reading in a shop, I've had people ask how long I've been reading tarot or how old I am in a way that makes it feel like they are suspicious of me being a reader, being to read. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had the age question, which actually makes me question why. Because I know I look younger than I am. I'm 32. So maybe they just, that's me assuming what the people assume. So mind fuck, but maybe I don't really care. But I think most people assume 25, but then they don't ask, right? And then and asking how long you've been reading. Yeah, I mean, that's tricky, because experience means a lot in reading tarot, but also life experience means a lot. And I kind of hate saying that because I'm one of the young ones who reads tarot, right? Because it's kind of still an older generation, I feel. At least that's what it's like in Holland. When I'm at a spiritual fair or in the shop, I'm the youngest person doing that ish. At least youngest person with this perspective. So, yeah, it just depends on the person. It depends on, it's I get it. It's hard for clients who aren't in this world really. It's hard, I guess, to tell them in time, research several readers and then pick the one that fits your personality. So it's rather that connection than making up some sort of curriculum. How long have you been studying this, and how old are you, and are your parents divorced, or have you lived? I don't know. That's not how it. I don't know. It is a little bit annoying. I picked my first deck in '96, and I'm still learning new things and perspective. Yes, absolutely. Just the same as you can read the same book 100 times and still find new things or find new meaning in the same things. Because we evolve. Isn't that great? We're never done. We're never finished anyway. So why assume we're ever finished learning? Yeah, but I do understand a bit. They want to make sure they are investing in someone who can deliver what they want. I try to take it in stride. Yeah. So James, how does that go? Do they ask beforehand, before having a reading with you, and then you tell them? And have you ever had people then choose to not get a reading by you? Because thank you, Kelly Bear. I totally don't feel like that though. And maybe I said that intentionally. I totally don't feel like that. Totally don't feel like that. Life experience does count, but now look at how many stick in the mud old ass adults there are out there right now refusing to learn, grow, and move forward with the world. Damn, yes, you said it. Not only oldies, but yes, absolutely. Get with the times, Grandpa. It is. It is. You reminded me of something, Kelly Bear and James. It is not only about life experience, it's also about understanding what's going on right now and being part of that new, I wouldn't say generation, but the way that we understand the times, the way understanding what is necessary now and connecting to others like that. And yes, it's all good. But I think you said it well. So true. La Medusa Tarot says, I've seen quite a few older tarot readers who are very myopic and rigid with their views on card systems and meanings. I really love the traditional, as far as we know, meanings, not coming from, well, let's say, coming from a self-reflecting approach or side, or you know what I mean. But then it also needs to be freed up a little bit. Because a card is hardly ever, maybe I should even say never, going to mean the exact same thing twice. James, it's usually before the reading. Most of the time, it's a deal breaker for a reading. No, you're not complaining. It's just this phenomenon, I guess. How long have you been reading for clients? Oh, it's not a deal breaker. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm glad. Context is key. Yes, it is, Gulliver. And typing is key, James. Wow, I finally caught up with the chat. That's cool. Oh no! What? I've been on for 1.5 hours. That just flew by. Maybe it's a sign. I caught up with the chat. Maybe it should be done. Studying and practicing for 5 years, but 2 years for clients, still definitely a baby. Well, are you though, James? Yes, Kelly Bear, go and make yourself some food. You know, James, I'm gonna be a little too honest here. Do you tell them? I mean, I know you said it's not a deal breaker, but still, like, so that you feel maybe a little bit more grounded in the moment or something like that. Wouldn't it be cool if you just said 7 years, I believe? So long ago, I don't even remember. Like, you don't have to, I mean, I would think you don't have to explain studying and practicing for 5 years, but 2 years for clients. You know, that's for us, people, you know, interested in this stuff. I would say for clients, how long have you been reading tarot? That this is 7 years right there. Ish, right? Because who remembers what day they started tarot? I mean, I don't. I could go back to really old tarot. No, I didn't immediately start doing the journal thing, but I feel like a baby at least. Well, I know in other jobs where I felt like a baby, I was perceived as one as well. And I'm sorry, so sorry to say this to you, because you are a very wise person. I'm sorry, but maybe there's a little thing there. It's speaking from experience, I would say. I hope it doesn't, you know, it doesn't frustrate you like it frustrated me when people told me that. But coming from experience, whenever I felt like, yeah, sorry about that. Lovely chatting. Bye, Kelly Bear. Thank you so much for the punching stupid people out. A journey down tarot journal lane. Yes. Although I didn't start with the journals though, but now I write everything down pretty much. You are definitely right, Anna. Being 23 and new to the community, I do feel a little bit like a newbie. Something I'm working on. Yeah, I mean, in a way, 23. Wow. I mean, in a way, you are right, but that's also a good thing. And look at where you are now. People are loving your videos. I love your videos. And the way that you explain things and the way that you, yeah, what's important to you, I think that's really good. It's not all about the pretty pictures. Looking for the depths, right? Yeah, exactly. 5 years is a good amount of time though. But even 2 years. But I mean, I get it. 2 years doesn't sound very long. And I don't know. It took me a long time before starting my what's it called? Actually putting up the practice. Um, yeah, the professional part of it. Because that felt like a real step. But for me, it's very foggy. I always answer differently. Like 3 years, 2 years, actually having the practice where you can actually see um, in the records, official records, that is my small company, if you will. Because I'm a freelancer, being a tarot, being a dance teacher, and then underneath that, I'm a freelancer, you could say, so my own boss, having the tarot practice, tarot. What did he say? You should tell them you've been reading for more than 50 years. Maybe do one better. Tell them you've been reading for 20 lifetimes. Hartje. Oké, ga maar drinken. Doe maar. Sorry, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on my dog to make sure she doesn't lick the wound, because she has that, that thing, so that she doesn't use. But now, because it's so uncomfortable, I just took it off and I have to keep an eye on her. So I mean, 1 hour 30 minutes. I think that's good, right? I think we had a great talk about so much stuff. I didn't talk about. I don't know. Sorry, Doreen, if you're still here. You asked about shadow work, and I think that's a great topic. But today I did kind of want to just wing it and see how that went. And I'm really, really happy for everyone who made it into the chat and was participating or even just listening and enjoying the conversation. Even if you had to leave early, thank you. I mean, the doggo speaks Dutch. Well, yeah, she does. And the cone, yes. But I just want to say thanks for, you don't, maybe you do know how good it feels, but for me, I I kind of want to say I've discovered that it feels really good to just go online, find people who are interested in the same things as I am, getting to know one another as well. That's great. I love that. And just to go online and just talking about stuff, we started off with the weather, and then we ended up with dogs and tarot, reading tarot in a store and all of that. And so it's fun, but also valuable and important, and I love it. I really am grateful for that. And yeah, I just really love that. And about the shadow work, I will just, no problem, yay. About the shadow work, I think I will make more videos about it. Yeah. Thinking about it. Because honestly, I'm kind of out of ideas right now for videos. So any suggestions are welcome. Very welcome. My pup is always clumsy when he gets the cone on his head. Oh, I know. Heart was bumping into everything, and you're the best, Anna, and everyone. This was great. Yes, thank you, James. Thank you, Dortje, Doreen. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Kelly Bear's gone. Thank you, IT guy. This was fun. You are such a sweet person. Thanks. Your outdoor chats are always my favorite. Yeah, I'll go outside again when it's nicer weather. I liked when you made the map of the Rider-Waite Smith. Thank you. Yeah, I thought that was I'm logging off quickly. I just want to answer this one. I thought that was gonna be way too much out there. It was just one of those exercises I did years ago for myself to get to know the deck better. I'm really glad people liked it. I'm really glad that, yeah, because I thought I was just gonna, make the video, have fun making it, and then never hearing about it again. That's how it goes sometimes. It's fine, but yeah, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna really go now, and thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for the chat. Yes, and I will see you soon, very soon. And last little thing, just repeating myself. If you have any suggestions on video topics, send them my way. I'm a lot on Instagram, not a lot on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. So Instagram and YouTube are your best bets. Okay? Bye bye bye. Bye. Thank you so much. This was fun.